Oh, what? I think we've all experienced this before. You know, that moment when you're so close to achieving your goal, but just out of reach. You can see the finish line, but no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to get there. It's like the thing you want slips through your fingers. The more you try to grab it, this is the success paradox. The harder you clutch it, the faster it slips away. But why does this happen? Why does success seem so elusive? Well, let's explore this further and hopefully shed some light on this phenomenon. Once upon a time, in a world made of clay, there were two figures who set out to climb a majestic mountain. They were both determined to reach the summit, but their approaches were quite different. Our first character was ambitious and driven. He wanted to reach the top as quickly as possible. So he started to climb the mountain with a frantic pace, rushing up the winding paths. He didn't stop to admire the view or take a break to catch his breath. He was so focused on reaching the summit that he didn't notice anything else. As he climbed higher and higher, he began to drop things. His tools, his water bottle, even his shoes. But he didn't care. He just kept going. But as the mountain grew steeper and the air thinner, he began to feel exhausted. His heart pounded in his chest and his muscles burned. But he couldn't give up now. He had come too far to quit. Now, our second character was more patient and calm. He took his time to enjoy the beauty of the mountain. He stopped to admire the view, took breaks to have a picnic, and even made friends with some of the animals he encountered along the way. He wasn't in a hurry to reach the top. He was in no rush to prove himself. As he climbed slowly and steadily, he noticed something. The higher he went, the thinner the air became, and the colder it got. But he was prepared for this. He had brought warm clothes and plenty of food and water. And as the days turned into weeks, he continued his ascent. And then one day, as he neared the summit, he saw the most beautiful sight. The clouds were parted just enough to reveal the shining sun, which cast a golden glow over the landscape below. It was a moment of pure joy and triumph. He had reached the top of the mountain, and the reward was worth every step of the journey. But what about our first character? Did he ever reach the summit? Well, yes, he did. In fact, he reached it much faster than the second character. But by the time he got there, he was exhausted and had nothing left to give. He had climbed the mountain, but he had nothing to show for it. He had lost everything along the way. His tools, his water bottle, even his shoes. In the end, it was the second character who truly succeeded. Not only did he reach the summit, but he did so with grace and ease. He had taken the time to enjoy the journey and had brought everything he needed to reach the top. So what's the moral of this story? Well, it's that success isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's also about the journey to get there. By slowing down, taking a break, enjoying the present moment, we can achieve our goals without burning out. You see, we often think of success as something that happens to other people. Something that we will be happy if it ever happens to us. But success is something we create for ourselves. It's the result of our actions and our mindset. When we focus on the present moment, when we enjoy what we are doing, and when we are grateful for what we have, we create the conditions for success. So don't be afraid to slow down and enjoy the journey. Don't be afraid to take a break and recharge. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just another excuse to learn and grow. And remember, the true reward is not in the destination, but in the journey itself. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the mountain peak, the two characters sat together in silence, watching the sky blaze with colors of orange, purple, and pink. They had reached the summit at different times, through different paths, but they had both reached the same place. The character who had rushed to the top, slumped against a rock, his eyes blank and unfocused. The journey had taken everything from him, his determination, his spirit, even his will to live. In contrast, the other character sat upright, his gaze fixed on the horizon, a serene smile gracing his lips. The mountain had given him everything. A clear mind, a strong body, and a heart full of joy. They had both reached the peak. But in actuality, only one of them had truly succeeded. Because success, my friends, is not just about reaching the finish line. It's about how you get there, how you live along the way, because that's where your real story lies. So I ask you, what kind of story will you tell? Will it be a tale of frantic struggle or a song of steady progress? Remember, the choice is yours. You can seize the day with unrelenting ambition, or you can embrace the journey with quiet confidence. For some, the allure of the summit is irresistible. The desire to conquer, to excel, to leave their mark on the world drives them forward relentlessly. Yet they must be cautious, for the path to the peak can be treacherous. The harder they grasp at their dreams, the more elusive they become. On the other hand, there are those who find solace in the journey itself. They understand that life is not a destination, but a series of moments that unfold like chapters in a book. They savor the present, finding joy in the everyday occurrences that paint the canvas of their lives. So my friends, as you navigate the twists and turns of your journey, ask yourself this: what kind of story do you want to tell? Will it be a saga of relentless pursuit or a ballad of tranquil acceptance? Perhaps it will be a harmonious blend of both. A testament to the fact that life's greatest triumphs are often achieved not by those who rush to the finish line, but by those who learn to dance to the rhythm of existence itself. Remember, the secret to a fulfilling life lies in the delicate balance between ambition and serenity, between the desire for success and the art of living in the present moment. Embrace the journey, my friends, for it is in the everyday occurrences that life's true beauty unfolds.